This is part of District 3. It's National Championship night. The Gators have just won their second BCS Bowl championship in 3 years. So that's a great thing. We're the central point of the location of the celebration.
Well, our population in this 4 square block area just jumped by about 5,000 people. Unfortunately, we've had enough pre-planning to do probably the best job that we can do for a police department our size, augmented by the Sheriff's Office and the University Police Department. We saw the streets go from about 2,000 people to probably close to about 6,000, and that happened in the last 20 minutes. And this seems to be the epicenter of the celebration. And for the most part, people seem very, very well behaved at this point.
For me, as the district commander, District 3, this is what you do in District 3. So we have everybody working. Roughly 115 officers from the Gainesville Police Department are working tonight, just here in the area. Another 70 from probably the University Police Department and the Alachua County Sheriff's Office. Definitely not a typical night. Good night. Thus far, I'd say a good 99% of the people who are celebrating safely, doing it successfully and not giving us any problems at all.
Fires on a very small scale have been started in the past, but we've made preparations for that, and we're able to get them extinguished and send officers to the scene or the GFR if necessary.
Watch the cameras.
The question that comes into play is, how is alcohol play into what's going on tonight? Well, it's a late Thursday night, which is already a big bar night, and then you factor in the fact that all the bars certainly were filled to capacity because people were watching the game. So probably the few misbehaviors, the few people that we do arrest, I would say I feel pretty good about saying chances are alcohol played a role in that. While a lot of people may have been drinking tonight, we did take some extra precautions also. Most of the bars agreed to give up their bottles, and they use plastic cups, which reduces our problems out here on the road. So we appreciate that from the bars in both College Park and downtown. And even though many of the people may have drank tonight, it appears that's really not a factor for disorderly conduct. Just those few misbehaviors, those few people who probably drank too much. A couple of medical calls for service will certainly involve people who drank too much and maybe either injured themselves, fell, or need some attention because their level of intoxication is too high.
Right now, our primary interest is to protect these people from themselves and the property around this area. I understand we've had to take some enforcement action, but right now it's...
We love him! He's the best officer ever!
Yeah, best officer ever.
We've had the 5 arrests, we've had 5 medical calls for service, we've had 2 fires. Very little destruction of property. We had a tree which was set on fire. We had a couch which was set on fire. And while it sounds extreme in the overall picture, that's pretty good. So the vast majority of people are just looking for a place to celebrate, and they have it right now, which is the area between 13th Street and Northwest 22nd Street, which is closed down. We have what we call target hardened the area. We have dump trucks from Public Works. We have patrol cars. We have barricades, we have additional trash receptacles, and all of those things are designed to make sure that cars cannot get in the area or get out of the area, and that's so that the people who are out here celebrating can have a good time without being concerned about their safety, and then we don't have to be concerned about both our safety and theirs. So that's pretty important. That's a pretty important logistic for this evening.
Just monitoring the crowd, and it has the eye in the sky, and it's able to see around the perimeter and point out any problems to us on the ground that we can address if we have to. For the most part, it's a presence. People are aware that we do have the air unit in the sky, and it works to our advantage.
Our medical calls thus far, which is handled by the Alachua County Fire Rescue, they're out here with us in Incident Command, has been a couple of medical calls for service, a couple of people who fell or hurt themselves, one fight, and that would be pretty typical, but we're fortunate. We have Alachua County Fire Rescue. Those are the folks on the bicycles who are able to quickly get to areas. This evening, nothing major. People climbing poles, things like that, which we were prepared for. Had a couple of batteries, a couple small fights, and beyond that, it's doing pretty well. As you see the crowd is extremely well behaved, and this is just kind of like I said, the central point of what is several thousand people who have been out here.
To be a Florida Gator, I said it's great to be a Florida Gator.